Good morning, everybody, and welcome into another episode of Saturday Morning Makes. I hope you all had a lovely week. I am just in from my garden. I go out every morning and I enjoy the cool air and trimming up my roses and usually eating my berries for breakfast. I'll be honest, I go out every morning and have breakfast out in the garden, usually berries and whatever else is ripe. Early in the year, peas are one of my favorite things to eat from the garden, and blueberries. So today I ate mainly raspberries, lots of raspberries, and blueberries are ripening right now. And so that was a lot of fun, and it's always a joy to smell the roses in the morning and hear the birds waking everybody up. So I hope that you guys are enjoying this beautiful summertime weather, that it's not too hot where you are. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. I'm certainly thinking of all of my friends this morning, all of you out there. So let me dive in. I did create both Thursday and Friday nights. I was at home and I put on some Christmas movies, actually, just to kind of put me in the mood. And I pulled out some dies to use this week from Impression Obsession mainly. I have a lot of their dies and really enjoy making Christmas takes with them. So let me show you what I use this week. I'm going to come back and do a second video later on because I got some lovely happy mail from my friend Chris Lawler. And I also have a little bag of goodies from the thrift store that I want to share with you. And to Jane, who's out there, Jane asked me to do a tutorial of this card from the Diana Markham cards that I made. And so I'll be working on that too. I'm hoping to get it done this week. I had to get through the My Creative Time release first before I could dive into doing another tutorial. So let me show you what I used this week to make the Christmas tags I'm going to show you. So I used this small gingerbread die, and there's two different sizes of gingerbread dies like this, and this is the small one, okay? And this is the die number, and this, of course, is our sweet Anna. Hello, Anna. I'm always thinking of you and your family. This is Anna's line. If you guys haven't watched Anna's garden videos, she shares her glorious garden. I always love watching. And of course, all of the wonderful art that she shares too. But this is one of her dies, and I love this small gingerbread die. And with it, and what fits really cute on it, is this small Santa hat. So this is die 1032A, and this is also from Anna's line, and it's made to fit a variety of different things, but one of the things that it looks cute on is this small gingerbread, and that's what I did. And then this is die 319K. This is the Pine Sprig die set. I love this die for tag making, and it has 6 little sprigs, so you can cut out a bunch all in one pass. A lot of times I just cut 2 at a time, but when I'm doing a lot of tags, I'll cut a whole bunch all at once. And then I use this die. This is die 048E. And these are these little little glasses or eyeglasses. And they were a little too big for my project. And I almost wish they would make another set of them that are smaller for smaller Christmas tags. And I'll show you what it looks like on the tag in just a moment. The ones that I used were these round ones here. And I tried to use these too, but they were both too big. So really neat die set, though. I love this one, and I've used it on other projects. And then this is die 1095Q, and it's the big mug die, and it has a coffee piece, the mug, and then this sweet tag, which you can also use as a tea bag if you want. So that's what that one looks like. And then from this die, which is die 901P, which is the stocking die, I used these wonderful candy canes that are in here. And I have a lot of pieces in here, so I don't know if I can really show you the cane. It's kind of stuck down at the bottom, but it's a 2-piece candy cane, and it makes just a wonderful little candy cane that you can use in your hot cocos. And then I also use this little mug to create some tiny tags, and these are the seasonal cupcake toppers, and these are made like you can put a toothpick in and then stick these in a cupcake. So you've got some that are for Halloween and fall, and then some for Christmas, and then this, of course, can be used for so many other things besides from doing cupcake toppers. They're perfect on the front of the bigger mug that I just showed you, and they just come in handy for a variety of reasons. And I especially love this little coffee cup with the intricate, wonderful stitching sort of swirls on it. So I love that. Some other dies that I used these circle dies. I think these are some old silver stacker layers from Cherry Lynn Designs, and I think Cherry Lynn has a new name now, Maker's Movement or something, I forget. And then one of the projects I'm going to show you is using this digital image from Too Cute Ink on Etsy, okay? So this is a digital image I actually bought last year because it's a mom and daughter, or it could be, you know, a mom and daughter, but they're rolling out cookies and making like sugar cookies or ginger cookies for Christmas. And I just loved that. I thought it was so cute. So I colored one of these up, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then I also use these dies. These are some old Spellbinders open scallop circle dies. And you've seen me use these many times over the years. I use this beautiful stitching die from Penny Black. This is what it looks like when you add it to a card. And this is what the die looks like on the front. Okay, and it's called the, let's see, does it have a name on it? Yes, it's called the Row of Stitches die 51-411. So if you go to their website and plug this number in or the name, it will come up for you. Okay, and I believe I saw this at scrapbook.com the other day, so it is still available. This is one of my favorite dies from Penny Black. I love that. Those are the images again from Too Cute Ink. I used my wonderful Baked with Love, one of my favorite sentiment sets from Lily of the Valley. I used the Happy Cocoa Season. I think that's the main one, and yeah, I think that's what I used on these ones today, the Happy Cocoa Season. And I was almost wishing, I think I have the digital of this because I actually needed these for some of the tags I was making. I needed these to be smaller. So I'm going to have to check and see if I have the digital of this so I can run some off on my copy, on my printer, that are a little bit smaller. So shrink these down just a little bit for some smaller tags. But because I didn't have them printed out, I did have these printed in my ginger stash. And these are just a little tiny bit smaller than the other ones that I showed you. And so I use this Christmas Cocoa and Hot Cocoa Warms the Heart. And these are some tags that I made a number of years back on using, I think it's called Memory Mixer, which is a digital, it's a digital content, software that you can get for your computer. And it's, I think it's version Memory Mixer 5.0 or 4.0. I forget which one I'm on, but it's a digital scrapbooking, anyway, it's a program that I've used for years to make my scrapbook albums, which, I do all of my scrapbooking digitally. So anyway, these are some little Christmas sentiments, and these are from Iralamija shop on Etsy. And this one is called the Shabby Christmas Sentiments. I don't know if that's focusing very well, but it's Iralamija shop on Etsy. Okay, so it's at www.etsy.com/shop and then /Iralamija shop. And I love her sentiment sets, and she has some new ones that she came out with recently. And then I also used just some little tiny gingerbread digitals that I had from Peachy Keen. And I believe these are from the Gingerbread Dolls for Sherry set that we renamed when our sweet Sherry passed away. And Sherry just would have celebrated a birthday. And I was thinking of her, and I pulled these out, and I just decided to use some of these tiny gingers to make tags. So those are all of the products that I used. And let me set this stuff aside so that I have room on my desk to show you what I created. So to start with, I'm going to show you these two tags I made using the dies from Impression Obsession. And these are Anna White's sweet gingerbread dies. And I added the little Santa hats onto their heads, and I did back them with a second gingerbread die cut and a second Santa hat cut so that the back of the tag also is cute. So these are the backs, and I haven't stamped a sentiment, but there's a really neat set from My Creative Time that's gingerbread related. So I'm going to pull some of those sentiments to stamp the back of these tags with a sentiment. But these are the fronts of the tags. And I did use that little greenery die, and these ones say Happy Cocoa Season using the Lily of the Valley stamp set that I showed you with all the sentiments. I did a button tied through with twine, and I added some little hand-cut marshmallows into these that I of course inked everything with Vintage Photo Distress ink. And I did my little candy cane from that stocking set. And then I cut down the glasses and glued them together in the center so that I could have this guy have a nice pair of eyeglasses on, because I just thought he looked cute that way. And I did add some white gel pen details all around the edge of the gingerbread. I added some little white dots, and then some little dots and slashes to the hat, just to brighten up the tag a little bit. And I might even go in later and add a little bit more to the cup here with some white dots. I haven't done it yet, but I might do that just to brighten up the cup a little bit. Sometimes I'll put some lines and dots on the handle. So I probably will do that before I am done with these tags. But here's the same tag without the eyeglasses. I do put a piece of black cardstock in between the two die cuts to have the eyes pop a little bit, and then I added some white to them. But you can see what it looks like with just the black cardstock and the mouth unadorned. So you're welcome. You know, there's so many different ways you can make your gingers, but I liked to just add that little bit of white just to make it pop a little bit more. And then this one is, oh, I don't think I showed you guys these. These are a tag that I made using the Lily of the Valley blank tag, which is a digital tag, part of their Christmas sentiment set. And that blank tag, I went in to my my program and I just added I love hot cocoa. And this is a tag that I made a number of years ago, and I still have some in my stash. So I used that one on this particular tag. So I love how these two turned out. I think they're so cute, and the one with the glasses just makes me smile. So those are those two. And then I also made another one of these beautiful mugs and the ginger, and you can see the ginger in full here with the heart, and it's little candy cane, and I did two candy canes kind of in a white, a deep cranberry and a white. And then I have the little Happy Cocoa Season tag from Lily of the Valley. The little button tied through this time with some red and white twine, which I did tea dye with some Vintage Photo or tea dye distress ink, just to dull down the white in it and to have it match better with the creamy color I was going for. And then the background is embossed with a snowflake embossing folder. You could use any one that you wanted. I think this snowflake embossing folder may be one from Tailored Expressions. And then I didn't pull this die out, but this is a die. The scallop die was from, oh my gosh, Cottage Cutz dies, okay? And this is a die set I've had for many, many years. And then this is a beautiful Christmas paper from Iralamija shop. And this is a Christmas paper set in her store, and it's digital, and I always have a few pieces of this cut and ready to go at Christmas time. And I used the same paper on the inside just to dress up the inside of the card slightly. So I love this sweet little ginger and how cute he looks with the hot cocoa. So there's a card, and then with that Too Cute ink stamp, I colored it up. I added some white gel pen dots around the outside of their heads for their frosting. And I just colored it very, very simply, not any shading. I just did it really simply. And then I did take the white cardstock and I just used my Vintage Photo ink to just kind of age this a lot. I wanted it to look kind of more cookie-ish, if you will, but baking related, if you will. So here's that Iralamija shop Christmas paper in the background. I mixed it with some green gingham. You can see where I used that beautiful stitching die from Penny Black in the background. And it says Christmas Joy. And that is that sentiment from the Iralamija shop sentiment set that I showed you, that digital paper. And then inside I used Anna White's Crazy Stitch die set, which I didn't show you the die, but I make most of my layers with this, and this is a die set that is also in the Impression Obsession shop, okay? And it's a great card laying die layer for the outside or even the inside, and a lot of times I use it on the inside of my cards because I just love the stitching that she adds here. And then I used another piece of the Iralamija shop paper there and also on the back. And I cut it so that the December 25th was at the bottom of the card. So that is my second card. And then I have one more set of Christmas tags to share with you really quick because this video is already at 15 minutes. Let me kind of go a little bit quicker here. And these are very small little tags. And this uses that cute little Christmas mug. You can still see some of the stitching on it at the top and bottom. This is from that cupcake topper set. And wouldn't these be a cute cupcake topper with these tiny gingers in them and a little toothpick? You could definitely stick these in a cupcake. What I've done is add some twine to make them a tiny Christmas tag. And I did back it with a second mug so that I could write a little to from here if I needed to. But these would also be really cute just hung on a tree as a gingerbread tree as a little Christmas ornament. And that's probably the way most of the people in my family will use it. So I made a bunch of these and I'll just go through and show each one to you. I decorated the gingers fairly similarly with white gel pen. And I did use both some red cardstock as well as a really pretty cranberry gingham that I have. But two different shades of red. And then you can see the little sentiments say hot cocoa warms the heart and Christmas cocoa. And again, those are the little digital tags that I made a while back. And these tags that I made were what prompted me to ask LOTV to make heart tags because I loved them so much and I wanted stamps. And so this was what prompted me to email Lisa and Layla and ask them to make the Baked with Love stamp set that they came out with later. And I had sent them a bunch of different sentiments that I had hoped for them to include. And then they did so many others that were geared toward the UK and English European market. So anyway, these just turn out so cute, and I had so much fun making all of these sweet Christmas items to share with you as part of Christmas in July, Christmas Makes 2023, and of course for Saturday Morning Makes, which continues on wherever you want to post, Instagram, Facebook, or any social media site, YouTube, if you're doing videos or shorts. And I wanted to thank everybody that's joined the Facebook group, Saturday Morning Makes and today's Makes too. And a lot of people are posting over there. If you're not, if you're part of Instagram and you're not making the views that end up on the algorithm for Satmorn Makes, for the hashtag, it's only showing the most, the top most recent posts. So if your stuff isn't getting seen there and you're not having people view it, please go over to Facebook if you're a Facebook member and join the Facebook group. I will have the Facebook group will be linked in this video down below. It's also linked in last week's Saturday Morning Makes video if you want to go there. But I hope that you'll all continue to share heart, and I appreciate everybody so much. I send my love out to everybody. This world is not an easy world, and our lives often have many things that are difficult. And I know so many of you are going through things like that. And but we have to choose joy and look for the happy little things that bring a smile to our hearts. And so I wish joy to all of you. This is my little stamp. It's got some dirt or something on it. I think it's from my hands, actually. I had ink on my hands the last time I was handling it. But the message is there. Choose joy. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And thank you so much for joining me for my Saturday Morning Makes. And I look forward to coming out and seeing what you're all creating. I've seen so many beautiful projects from all of you. It's always just a joy to see what everybody's making. Nancy and oh my goodness, Andrea and Nettie and Patty and Sue Crozier and Susan Laverty and all of you over on Instagram, my Instagram family, Ginger and Lisa, and there's so many of you that post regularly. Mindy, who does crocheting, and just so many fun projects to see each week, and Marilyn G, and all of the designers that post beautiful things. Cynthia, who's our Angetta, Jen, Strawberry Cream 39, Dee, There's so many people that inspire me each week, and new people that are part of the Diana Markham group, and I've got to put a list of their names together so I can share them with you and start really getting to know them. But I hope that you all enjoy creating. Hello to Rhonda, Elise, so many of you that still come and look at everything, but maybe aren't posting yourselves. Mary, I send my love out to you. To Annette, my other friend Annette, Anna, Anna's mom, all of her family. Just thinking of everybody. I always have you all in my heart and prayers, and I wish you a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Everybody take good care, choose joy, and I hope that you're enjoying this Christmas in July season and having fun, perhaps creating some adorable little Christmas tags to bring a smile to someone's heart during the Christmas season. So thank you so, so much for taking a look at my video today. Bye now.